welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Ryan Fitzgerald. He's got the ball on the tee. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll go again with Hampton. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's caught, left side, it's complete. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Charger first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 8. Tight end going in motion here. Another run here with Hampton. 18 yards on the pickup there, and the Chargers have the first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete to the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
And this offense just continues to methodically move the ball down the field here on their opening drive, Mike. And I think defensively, they've got to figure something out. Otherwise, this has the looks for one of those long days in the office.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Omarion Hampton, touchdown, L.A. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. We get on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with design runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Khalil Mack in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's third down.
Quarterback's having a hard time establishing any sort of rhythm here early against this defense. He fails to connect on the first down pass. They give him another opportunity through the air on second, and it gets even worse. If they can't protect the quarterback and they can't get him some easy completions, it just makes everything for this play caller that much more difficult.
Throwing now on third and long. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Davis to return it. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Chargers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Play is made there by D.J. Waddle.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. Herbert to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Tremble comes in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. And he's out of bounds to gain a 4, but now it's 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That one taken in. That's Tataroa McMillan. And it'll be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. Panthers football to begin this 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Another catch on the drive. This one for 13 yards and another 1st down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
2 1st downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath, but give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. And he's in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Carolina.
But think back to their first possession of this game, Mike. It resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Pistol here for Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, they're running in a flash, and he lost the football. And I think one of the Chargers was, yes, he was able to get his hands on it, and they retained possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet. I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative, playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is left side and caught by Evans. From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They set up the screen here to Hubbard. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. Good-looking screen play there, a gain of 11 and a first down.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1. To play. First half, all tied at 7. Back with more from Charlotte. After this, it is 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Look to throw. Moving to his left. Thought that one might have had a chance for a second there, but not to be. It's a pickup of 8, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. And he'll be kicking right into the full effects of the wind. And it turns out to be a very nice return as he's finally escorted out of bounds. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Putting the tight end in motion. Herbert now on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Shotgun now for Herbert. Now, a deep shot for Allen. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it will fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And it's going to be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Herbert. He gets this one complete to Johnston. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, L.A.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Another catch on the drive. This one for 13 yards and another first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
What a pickup, a gain of 18, and it sets up first and goal. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Herbert to the air again, escaping to his left, and he will score! Justin Herbert, touchdown Los Angeles.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Point after now from Dicker. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Halftime coming close. Not much time left as this one is kicked away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Back to throw. They go back to Leggett. He's got another one. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. Now it's 2nd and 1. He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. is about to get underway.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We ready, more Power Rangers.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Panthers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the 1st down chain, if he just catches that ball and turns upfield, they extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
The Chargers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Take the handoff. Now Herbert. That is left side and taken in by Allen. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. 1st catch, 1st touch. Here's we start the second half.
3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The Chargers get set to kick it away. He's got the wind at his back as he's on to punt this one away. And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. The Panthers offense headed back to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He finds McMillan downfield, and it's caught. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play and a much-needed one as well. That goes for 58.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is recovered by the Charger.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Trying to work inside. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. From the 38 now, here's second down and 5. A give, and here comes Hampton. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Charger first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
That one complete to McConkey. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. You're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense, so give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
Back to the end zone. He's got it. Matt McConkey. Touchdown Chargers.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Dicker now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Chargers will take a 21-7 lead. here's Dicker out to send this one away. Horn now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers offense getting set to get back to work. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Dayon Henley there on the tackle. So, from the 26-yard line, here is second down and 9. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. Khalil Mack gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 30. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It covers 51 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
The RPO, that one is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. So we are through 3, and Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down. He's got it at about the 8, and he will score. Game on. Xavier Legette, touchdown, Panthers.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch, and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. The kick is good. Panthers draw closer here. It's 21-14. Things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Haskins now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Now Herbert on the bootleg. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
You know, so far throughout the game, we've seen him make a lot of plays in the run game, but now he shows that he can hold his own in coverage as well. Really nice job there by the linebacker, making an impact in the passing game.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Tight end, the motion man to the right. On the ground, Hampton. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Open man, right side. He's got it. They get 12 yards on that pass, and the Chargers have the first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Now Herbert. He takes off. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, but he's got it. He's picked up a first down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
Herbert keeping it on the zone read. Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's 2nd and 9. Motion man is Johnston. Now Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Moving the tight end right. Throwing is Herbert on third down. And that is incomplete. And McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. We get on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he will score! Jalen Coker! Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. A 1-score game late, you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. Look at him go! And he's going to take this one in for the score. The onside kick backfires spectacularly as it's returned for a touchdown. Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Leggett on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Back to throw. A throw there, caught by Leggett. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. He'll drop to throw. And right side, taken in by Tremble. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
The Panthers are going to burn their third and final timeout. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. They'll come up now for second down. They'll look to throw yet again. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden. And the Chargers will take over